Hello and welcome to the first video in this channel related to a series. This one is London, The Arrival. This is part of the London series, which is London is in the United Kingdom. It is a big city in Europe, the biggest, I believe. We'll be starting from when you arrive in the airport to when you depart, doing it in order in this series. So this is called London, The Arrival. What you need to know before traveling to London. There is this card called the Oyster card. You can use it for metro, bus, trams, and trains running close to London. It's a £5 deposit, which means when you leave you can get your money back, and it makes travel in London half the price in most cases. So I would really recommend getting the Oyster card as soon as you get into London. In this lesson, we'll be covering 6 things. The overview of London compared with airports, what mode of transport is available to get to and from airports, the best way to get to the city from Heathrow, Gatwick City, and Stansted. Number 1, the London airports. As you can see, London is in the middle. Heathrow, the biggest airport, is towards the left, and it is pretty close. Gatwick, second biggest airport, is south. It is medium distance. Stansted, the third biggest airport, and it serves a lot of low-cost airlines, really far away. Luton we will not be talking about, Southend we will not be talking about, and London City, very close, smaller airport, but it is really good for European travel, and it has 1 flight to New York. Number 2, airport transport. This is a list of transports available at some airports, not all, but some airports. And some airports even have all of these. So some airports have the tube, train, bus, taxis, Uber, and other rideshare. You can get all of those from airports. Let us start. This is the best way to get to the city from Heathrow. The cheapest way is the tube or the bus. The medium expense level is the Heathrow Express, which is a train. The most expensive exclusive way is taxi, and the hardest way is Uber. I will explain why. Let us look at the tube. You will take the Piccadilly line, and here it's Heathrow, and if you look, Knightsbridge is Knightsbridge area, and this is Soho, and it goes north. You can change at most stations to go to another line when you get near to the city, and the price is £6 with an Oyster card, £12 without an Oyster card to get to central London. Taxi and Uber. There are signs for taxi at Heathrow Airport. The taxi price is over £60 for sure. Uber price is over £40. Uber is the hardest way because Uber London is a terrible program. Drivers are careless and always cancel on you, especially coming from airports. What drivers do is they sit in an airport parking lot and cancel on everybody who wants to ride, and there's a lot of people, until they create a big surge in price, which means they make the price much more expensive, and then they only pick the people who are traveling to the place that they want to travel. So they won't pick a lot of people. Next is the bus. It is operated by National Express, and it takes about an hour, and the route is Heathrow Terminals 2 and 3 to Victoria. It's priced at £6, but they say on the website £6, but it's more like £10 to £20. And the good part about it is that even though it goes from Heathrow Terminals 2 and 3, there are connections to Heathrow's Terminals 4 and 5. TfL. The TfL rail runs directly from Heathrow to London Paddington Station. This is the Heathrow Express, the train. The price is £11 to £30, depends on what train you're taking, what time of day, and time is 15 to 30 minutes, depends on if you want the slow service or the fast service. Number 4, the best way to get to the city from Gatwick Airport. The quickest way is the train. The most expensive and slowest way is the taxi. The cheapest way is bus, and again, the hardest way is Uber. Now, the train. You have 2 options from taking the train from Gatwick Airport. You either have the Gatwick Express or Thameslink. The Gatwick Express look like this. Thameslink looks like this. The Gatwick Express is Gatwick to London's Victoria Station. That is on the Victoria line, and that goes to basically wherever you want via the tube. The price is £10 or £20. £10 if you have an Oyster card and you're traveling at the right time of day. £20 anything else. And the time it takes is only 28 minutes. Then you can be in the heart of central London. Now the Thameslink. It goes Gatwick to Blackfriars via Clapham Junction. The price is £13 to £30, depending on what train you take, what time of the day. And the time takes 35 to 58 minutes, depending on, again, what train and all of that. And at Blackfriars, Clapham Junction might take a little bit less time. Taxi and Uber. The taxi and Uber, they both take over 1.5 hours. It is dreadful sitting in a car for 1.5 to 2 hours when you can be on a train for 30 minutes. There's no toilets or anything like that. That's why I would not recommend it. Taxi is much over £60, and Uber is over £45 for sure, maybe even more. The bus. The bus does not look like this. This is a French bus, but the operator is again National Express. The route is Gatwick to London, Victoria's bus station via Streatham and Vauxhall and a few other stops that are a bit smaller. So it goes via South London, and it takes 1 hour and 35 minutes, and it's priced from £6, but again, it can be much more than that. The best ways to get to the city from London's City Airport. The best and the cheapest way, the tube, because it's right in the city. It has its own tube stop right in the city. The local option is London Bus, because London has so many buses, and the expensive and slower option is taxi or Uber. When you are basically in the city and you've got tons of options, why would you take a taxi? So much traffic. The tube. For £2.40 to £5, depends on if you have a Oyster card or not, you can get to anywhere in London from the city with the tube, starting with the DLR line. If you look at this, this is a map of London's tube network. Let me use my pen. If you look here, London City Airport is this stop. It's on the DLR line. If you take it up to Canning Town, you can switch to the Jubilee line, and then with the Jubilee line, you can switch to the Northern line to get to King's Cross here, Camden's up here, and you can continue on the Jubilee line. You can get to Waterloo. You can also go, this is central London, right here. You can literally get access to it. You can go to the District line. It is very fast. For example, to get to Victoria, it'll only take about 40 minutes. And that is from an airport that is for European travel mostly. So it's really great that they have so many options. The tube is an enormous network, and you can get wherever you want with it from London City Airport. It's really handy. It's not far away like Heathrow. It's just on the DLR line. So yeah, it's really, really, really handy. London Bus. London has over 900 bus lines with over 8,600 buses running around the city, and you can get to many places with them. The London City Airport stop is served by bus lines 473 and 474. The price is only £1.50 for any journey, and you can switch buses. And bus I would only recommend if you live in the Docklands area, because it can take you a long time getting all across London. So I would not recommend that. But taxi and Uber. You can take these services anywhere, but in traffic they can be quite slow. The price is £5 to unlimited. You can take one a few meters and it'll be £5. But if you take it all across London, it'll be almost £100 and it's going to be very, very slow. So I would really not recommend this. And the last thing we'll be going over is the best way to get to the city from Stansted Airport. The fastest is the train. The most expensive, again, is taxi and Uber. And the cheapest is the bus. Now let's look at the train. There is a train that runs one stop from Stansted Airport to Liverpool Street via Tottenham Hale. It takes less than 30 minutes to get to Tottenham Hale, and from there or Liverpool Street, you can take the tube to wherever you want. The price is £19 for the whole journey. If you have a rail card, it's less, but rail cards are expensive, so we'll just take that out of the question. And the time it takes is 30 minutes to Tottenham Hale, or 50 minutes if you want to go all the way to Liverpool Street. Let me show you this map. As you can see, Stansted Airport is up here. Tottenham Hale is served by the Victoria line, and it's right here. And Liverpool Street is served by many lines, and it's right here. Now, the Victoria line will take you in just 20 minutes. It can take you all the way to Victoria and Oxford Circus. So it's the center of the city. And it'll only take in total, if you go to Tottenham Hale, it'll only take about an hour for you to get into central London. And it'll take about £21 with the Oyster travel included, which is really good from Stansted Airport, especially if you're flying into Stansted. Stansted is a very low-cost airport, with Ryanair being the prominent airline there. They sell fares for £5 one way, so you can take a train that takes £20 in total if you're paying a £5 flight. That's better than the taxi or Uber. But you can also take the bus. I don't know if I would take it. There are 4 lines that have over 200 departures every day from Stansted Airport. These lines go A6 from Stansted Airport to Golders Green, Finchley Road, the other Finchley Road, St John's Wood, Baker Street, London's Paddington, Marble Arch, and Portman Square. As you can see, all these stops have connection to Tube, and you can see the different tube lines down here. The A7 goes to Bow Church, Mile End, Whitechapel, Southwark, Waterloo, Victoria Rail Station, and Victoria Coach Station. So this one goes kind of East London, then it curves down to South London, and then it ends at Victoria, which is main area in London. A8 goes to South Hackney, Bethnal Green, Shoreditch High Street, Liverpool Street, big one, Farringdon, and King's Cross. Also big one if you live more in the central to north London. And then the A9 just goes directly to Stratford. So the prices are from £5. You can expect it to be more depending on the line. And the time, it takes 50 minutes to 2 hours. It can really take a long time because Stansted is very far away. And taxi and Uber. Taxi and Uber are both expensive options that take a long time because of how far Stansted is. This is up to 2 hours, same as the bus, but instead of it being priced £5 or a little bit more, it's definitely over £60. Probably you're looking at £80. That is a lot of money. The bus is not that bad. They have 200 departures every day, so there's probably not going to be anybody sitting next to you. So that's really good. It's almost like your own taxi, but you don't have to pay that much. Now I'm just going to conclude here. There are many, many different ways to get to and from airports, but I recommend to either take train or tube when available, because it is usually the cheapest and fastest way. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. Comment down below if you enjoyed this video, and make sure to keep watching for this London series, because we will be getting into the places that you would want to visit and not want to visit in London, how to get to them for the cheapest prices, and a lot of other stuff. We will also do many other cities all across Europe, and we can do a little bit of America. And make sure, again, to subscribe to Kids Who Travel, and I'm going to leave. Remember, this is a channel showing you the best travel tips from experts, kids themselves. Bye-bye.